All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming out on this hot but beautiful May day here. I want to thank you for coming out and celebrating something that's been a work in progress over really about the last year, and we're proud to finally reveal the community's first art wall project. The background on this really came to fruition because of a relationship I had with this guy over here, Jaden Brunn. So I met Jaden, it was about probably a year ago, a little over a year ago. And Jaden's a really incredible and talented artist, and I got to know him, and he was like, hey, we need to have kind of a public art wall space in the community where we can allow artists like me who prefer bigger mural, graffiti, tagging like canvases to do our art without getting in trouble. And so that sounds great, but trying to find a place where you can do that is challenging, right? And so graffiti art and mural art is really unique. It's a very unique skill set. That's a lot. Doing this work is a lot harder than it looks. And so Jaden and I talked through that, and we're proud today to finally be announcing this art wall with Jaden's piece in progress, and alongside Alex Lunstra, another local muralist. So I want to send a big word of appreciation to Maren Engel. Maren, where's Maren at? So Maren is the arts coordinator for the city of Sioux Falls. She's been working really hard on this to find a good location and find good partners who would partner with us on this. And we obviously can't do something like this on city property, okay? You can see where the conflict would be if we started to allow people to put whatever they want on city property. You can see where conflicts would arise, and you can connect the dots there. And so we had to find a private sector partner who was willing to do something like this on their own building and saw the artistic value of it. And so we reached out to the owners of the 300 building, Danielle Merrill, and they said, yeah, we'd love to be a part of this. So I want to thank them for being a part of this and allowing their building to be kind of a leader and a pioneer in this work. So Maren, thanks for connecting us with them. So give them a round of applause, please. So they're providing the space, but then we need someone to organize it. So how do we prevent someone from just coming on this wall and painting over this beautiful piece tomorrow that Alex put up here? And so one of our great partners in the arts community is the Pavilion. So we're going to talk a little bit about, there's an application process. You want to put a piece on here, we're going to let these pieces live and breathe for a while, but then someone else can apply to have their piece up here for a while. And those will be reviewed and so forth. So Maddie with the Pavilion is going to talk about that in a little bit. So as you may know, over the 7 years I've been in office, I just love art. I love what art can do for a community, not just visual arts, the performing arts. I've loved to see how arts have just really grown and flourished in our community. I love what Maren has done just in the year she's been in her role to really inject kind of a connection between our arts community and city government to make sure we're doing all we can to enhance the arts in the city of Sioux Falls. So I'm really looking forward to see, yeah, give it up for Maren, okay, yeah. So really looking forward to seeing what happens with this arts wall. You know, everybody always, when they go to Rapid City, and we don't lose to Rapid City on much, but they have a great place called Art Alley. Yes, yeah, we don't lose too much, do we? I don't like it either. But people go to Rapid City and they always take a picture of their art alley and they send it to me. And they're like, Mayor, why don't we have this? Mayor, why don't we have this? And I'm like, I know, but it takes the right property owner. It takes someone to manage that. It takes having an alley where that can live and breathe. And so it finally all came together. And so the journalists with CBS that covered Jaden's work, a guy named David Begnaud, he did a piece on Jaden's art, and he covered this on a CBS This Morning piece, and it really kind of went viral, went kind of out of control. And I know Jaden's doing some book illustrations, and he's got some commissions and some other art from this. David's been texting me all the time. He's like, when are you going to get that art wall up? When are you going to get that art wall up? So I sent him a text this week, and I'm like, David, it's finally happening, brother. Government moves slow, but we're getting the art wall up. So he's excited that we're finally getting this art wall up and rolling. So with that, I'm excited to turn it over to Destiny Southern, with the 300 building here is going to tell us a little bit more about their involvement, and we're so thankful for their partnership. So give it up for Destiny, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you all of you for being here. My name is Destiny. I do the marketing for Dynamic Services, who property manages the 300 building. We are thrilled to be a part of this art initiative and to see it come to life right here on our building. When we were approached by Marin about this project, we knew it was something special to have the opportunity to activate the space to showcase the art of talented local artists. This project is such a meaningful way to support the energy and creativity that continues to grow in downtown Sioux Falls. Our vision for this space goes beyond simply displaying art. We hope it serves as a vibrant place where artists can express themselves, inspire others, and spark meaningful conversations. It is a way to highlight the incredible talent in our city while adding to the ongoing vibrancy of downtown. We are incredibly thankful to the Washington Pavilion for partnering with us on this art initiative. It is exciting to be a part of something that uplifts both artists and our downtown community. And with that, I'd like to invite Maddie from the Pavilion to share more about the logistics of this project.
I didn't appropriately plan for wind, so Destiny was kind enough to let me use her handy dandy notebook here. So, as Destiny said, I'm Maddie Grogan, Director of Education and Museums with the Washington Pavilion. We are so excited to partner on this project. Anything that we can do to uplift art in our community and create an opportunity for young artists and emerging artists is something that we want to be involved in. So our intention for these walls is to create these unique murals over time, but it's going to be, as the mayor said, a living, breathing wall. We want it to change. We want it to feel fresh, something new for visitors to see all the time. So here's how it will work. Artists will complete a permit application. It'll be a free application, no cost to artists, which will include their idea for the space. So once that artist applies, then we have an approval committee that people throughout our city of Sioux Falls have so generously offered their time and talent. So Zach DeBoer, a local artist here in town, will be a part of that. Kathy Dang is an art educator with the Sioux Falls School District. Jeb Cooper with Downtown Sioux Falls. Kellen Boyce with the Sioux Falls Arts Council. Miranda Colts with Sweetgrass Soapery, and then a Visual Arts Center representative, and then a representative from the 300 building will also be on that committee. Our intention with that committee is just to make sure they uphold the policies and the guidelines that we've laid out to make sure it's a safe and positive space for artists in Sioux Falls. As I said, the permit and application process will be free. Artists will be responsible for the cost of materials. Our inaugural artists, thanks to Stuart Norberg for supporting their materials this time around. And so we're just excited to see this space grow and change. It's a new initiative for all of us, and so we know we'll learn some things this first time around, but we're just looking forward to a vibrant art space, as Destiny said. Ultimately, we hope the Art Walls becomes a destination in downtown Sioux Falls, and that the residents and visitors in this neighborhood and in this community really appreciate what it offers. So with that, we are available for questions if anybody has any. Madeline, Madelyn. Grogan, Grogan. Yeah. Yeah, no, so we're leaving space for other artists. Our application is live. It's on the Washington Pavilion website, and we'll be posting it, the City of Sioux Falls, 300 building, ourselves. We'll have it on social media. And the opportunity to fill this space is what we're looking for. So we'd love to get as many artists as possible this summer yet. It will be a rolling deadline. As I said, we're going to learn a lot in these first iterations, and so we won't have a set timeline. We're just really allowing it to live and breathe and see how the committee feels about the deadlines and the turnover. I think formally we've been calling it the Art Walls. You know, want to have our own little unique take on it?
The Art Walls. The Art Walls. We can't rip off Rapidon. We got to come with our own thing. But the Art Wall is sponsored by Kello. That's for sale. You know, on that note though, she mentioned that artists, you know, are responsible for their own materials, but I could easily see if an artist wants to do this and they approach someone, hey, will you sponsor me? I want to do a mural. Someone could certainly pay for the materials for an artist to do this. I mean, that's a big lift to ask the artist to provide all that on their own. So I think it's very realistic to say, hey, Jaden, you know, I'll sponsor you, man, if you did a piece on here or something like that. So.
Norberg Paints.
Norberg Paints, yeah.
Do you plan to expand south of the wall at any time?
We would love that. We wanted to make sure that we had a full, vibrant space to begin with. But if we have so much traction and so many people that want to participate, I think Danielle would let us extend that down. I was like, oh, I better check with Danielle first. But yes, we would love to extend it down.
There are artist mini grants available through the Sioux Falls Arts Council on the website from $5,000 up to $2,000 that artists could apply to get supplies for other materials as well.
Yeah, we're really hoping that community entities will step up and offer assistance and provide resources so that artists don't have any hurdles to participate in this initiative.
All right, any other questions? All right, thanks for coming.